Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled among the misty mountains, there lived a Zen master named Ryozan. He was known far and wide for his wisdom and tranquility, and people from all over the land would seek his counsel. Master Ryozan's monastery was a serene place, surrounded by ancient trees and a clear, flowing river. The air there was always fresh, carrying the scent of pine and the sound of birdsong. Among Master Ryozan's many students, there was a young monk named Kaido. Kaido was diligent and eager to learn, but he often found himself easily distracted. His mind would wander during meditation, his eyes would follow every passing bird, and his thoughts would drift to the past and future, leaving him unable to focus on the present moment. One day, Master Ryozan noticed Kaido struggling during meditation. The young monk was fidgeting, his eyes darting around the room, and his breathing was uneven. After the meditation session ended, Master Ryozan approached Kaido and said, "Kaido, your mind is like a leaf in the wind, carried away by every breeze. You must learn to stay focused, or you will never find peace." Kaido bowed his head in shame. "Master, I try, but it is so difficult. Everything distracts me, every sound, every thought, every movement. How can I overcome this?" Master Ryozan smiled gently and replied, "Tomorrow, I want you to meet me at the top of the mountain at dawn. We will begin a special training." The next morning, Kaido woke before the first light of day and began the long ascent up the mountain. The path was steep and rocky, and as he climbed, he could hear the sounds of the forest awakening, the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, the distant roar of a waterfall. Each sound pulled at his attention, but Kaido remembered his master's words and tried to stay focused on his steps. When he finally reached the summit, he found Master Ryozan seated on a large rock, gazing out over the vast landscape. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a golden glow over the world below. "Master, I am here," Kaido said, bowing respectfully. Ryozan turned to him with a calm smile. "Kaido, today's lesson is simple. I want you to sit here with me and focus on the sound of the waterfall below. Do not let anything else distract you. Simply listen." Kaido nodded and sat down beside his master. He closed his eyes and focused on the distant sound of the waterfall. At first, it was easy. The steady rush of water was soothing, and Kaido felt his mind beginning to calm. But as the minutes passed, other sounds began to intrude: the chirping of crickets, the rustling of the wind, the cawing of crows. Each sound seemed louder than the last, pulling his attention away from the waterfall. Kaido struggled to maintain his focus, but his mind kept wandering. He opened his eyes and saw a butterfly fluttering nearby. Its delicate wings and erratic flight caught his attention, and he found himself mesmerized by its movements. Before he knew it, he had completely forgotten about the waterfall. Master Ryozan watched in silence, his expression unreadable. After some time, he spoke softly. "Kaido, why did you lose your focus?" Kaido looked down, embarrassed. "Master, I was distracted by the butterfly. It was so beautiful that I couldn't help but watch it." Ryozan nodded slowly. "The butterfly is indeed beautiful, but it is not your task to follow it. Your task was to focus on the waterfall, yet you allowed yourself to be led astray." Kaido sighed in frustration. "Master, how can I overcome this? How can I keep from being distracted?" Master Ryozan placed a hand on Kaido's shoulder and said, "Distractions will always be there, Kaido. The world is full of them, beautiful, tempting, and endless. But remember this: the power to focus lies within you, not in the world around you. Do not let the outside world dictate your inner state. Like the waterfall, your mind should flow steadily, unaffected by the distractions that surround it. Let them come and go, but do not allow them to take you off your path." Kaido looked at his master and nodded. He understood now that it was not about eliminating distractions, but about choosing not to be moved by them. With this realization, He closed his eyes again and listened to the waterfall. This time, the sounds of the forest faded into the background, and his mind became still and clear. From that day on, Cato practiced diligently and slowly. He learned to master his focus. The distractions that once pulled him away no longer held power over him. He had learned the art of staying centered, no matter what the world around him presented.